Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode of MissPlanIt. So glad that you can join me. Before we get started, I just want to thank you all for just blessing us as we reached our first milestone, which was over 10,000 subscribers. So grateful to all of you who took the time to subscribe. And I'm so thankful that I'm able to help so many people. I love the comments. We've gotten them from Eastern Europe. We've gotten them from Asia, we've gotten them from the Caribbean, from Canada, and even from, Texas. So we're just so grateful that you're taking the time to join us and that we're being able to help you. So with that being said, this week's episode, we are helping out Wendy. Wendy is helping her niece with a bridal shower as well as her wedding. And their theme is rustic. And so I came up with something because Wendy had a laundry list of things she would love for us to help her with. So I try to combine some things or combine a centerpiece that can be taken apart and used in different areas of the reception as well as the bridal shower. So let's get started with our centerpiece. This centerpiece, guys, you're not gonna believe it, under $15. So let's see what we need. We're gonna need some ribbon. This is just basic ivory ribbon. It's about 2 inches wide, 1.5 inches wide rather. And then we have our burlap. And these particular colors are the colors that Wendy requested. And we have twigs. Now, I'll tell you something. I live by a park, so I can just go out and grab a bunch of twigs off the ground or, the smaller twigs and cut them up. That's also fine. But we also have a link down below telling you where you can purchase a bag of twigs if you like. Then we have rocks, pebble rocks. And we have just wood pieces, which always come in handy when you're doing something rustic. We have our beautiful baby's breath, a little trash up, baby's breath. And we have these letters, which I had to actually search for because I wanted them to have a rustic feel to them. If you can, I don't know if you can really see real good, but they have almost like bark edges. And then we have our trusty vases that I love and adore from the Dollar Tree. So again, don't worry about the supplies because the links to the supplies are all below. And I think we're ready to get started. So, okay, Wendy, this one's for you. Be back in a snap. So this centerpiece is actually 3 components. We have the vases, which are 1 component, and then we have our candle holder, which is another component, and finally we have basically a wood chip pedestal, for lack of a better word to use. That's our 3rd component. So let's get started with our 1st component, which is our vases. We're going to cover our vases first with the burlap, and normally I would use E6000 to make sure everything stays put, but in this case, I like to reuse and recycle, so I'll be using my hot glue gun, but you for sure need to use your E6000. So let's go ahead, and you probably need anywhere from 4 to 5 inches round, and we're going to cover it. Now, it's going to take 2 pieces to cover it because one will not cover it from beginning to end, but again, you always make it your own, so if you want the top to be clear, that's fine. So let's get started with covering our vases. All right, so now that we have both of our bases covered in our burlap, we're gonna add our what I call stone accent. We're really gonna just do this accent as your preference. I'm gonna stone or put the rocks all the way up to where the 2 pieces of material meet, and I'm gonna add another little accent to it afterwards. So let's go ahead and get that done. it turned out so nice. I love the rustic. I love the touch of the different textures and different colors and how they kind of all pull out the mint green color of the burlap. So I'm loving how this is turning out. I want to add an extra little touch. Now you have an option here. Your first option is you can go ahead and take the matte side of your ribbon and you can go ahead and make a layer of ribbon on top of the green burlap and then add your letters onto that. If you like that, great. Or you can just add your letters directly on to the burlap. So Wendy wanted to keep it rustic and with the earth tones coming through, so I'm going to keep it rustic and just add the letters on top of the burlap. So let's go ahead and do that. And I've just picked two very simple sayings, love and always. All right, let's get started. I am loving how this is turning out. So Wendy, I hope you're happy so far. So what we did is we took our just basic dollar store vases, we covered them in burlap, we went ahead and stone stacked our river pebble rocks, and we added some lovely, almost looks like carved letters that say love always. So next step of our process is I'm going to show you how to make this wonderful votive, I call it a little votive bonfire, frankly, and this pedestal that were created out of wood chips. All right, so we're going to do those two steps next. Stay with me. So now our final step is to go ahead and put our baby's breath bouquets together. Now, very simple. All you're going to do is I typically try to pull them apart and then I try to make them as even as possible. You might have to readjust some. You may have to even pull some apart like that to get them into, you know, a symmetrical bunch. Yep. So you just keep adding as many as you would like. You can make it as full or as sparse as you would like. It's really your preference. But once you kind of get them all as symmetrical as possible, like so, then you're going to simply get some floral wire, and you're going to just twist it around. I feel like I'm making a lot of noise. Oh well. Okay. So you just bundle it and add the floral wire, twist. It doesn't have to be super tight. Twist, cut off the excess, and then I typically leave about 4 inches or so below. Cut them off at an angle. And there you have your bouquet. So now we're ready to go ahead and put it all together. See you in a snap. And there you have it. I am so happy about how it turned out. Wendy, I hope you're happy with it. I think that we are ready to set the table. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll see you in a snap. Well, Wendy, I hope you love this touch of rustic romance as much as we do. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of you and your niece's special day. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. And please always remember, when every penny counts, count on MissPlanIt. See you next week. God bless. Bye.